Hey, just a heads up, I'm canceling the 130-person company retreat reservation at your inn.
Good afternoon, Mr. Thompson. I received your message about canceling the reservation. Could you clarify the timing? The check-in is already scheduled for today.
Nice to see you can write properly now. You're using such formal language, it almost makes you sound professional.
As this is a business matter, I'd like to keep things professional. The reservation is for 130 guests with check-in scheduled in just a few hours. We need to understand the reason for cancellation to process this appropriately.
Oh, now you want to be professional after abandoning your position without proper handover? That's rich.
Mr. Thompson, I provided 2 months' notice and I've completed all pending projects. Could we please just focus on the current situation? What's the reason for the last-minute cancellation? I need to know so I can report it properly.
Playing dumb doesn't suit you. Though I guess being dumb isn't really playing for you. You really think I made this reservation for legitimate business purposes?
Are you saying you made this reservation with the intention to cancel at the last minute? Just to be clear, this isn't due to any emergency?
You're finally catching on, aren't you? You know what's funny? The actual company retreat is happening right now at the Golden Pine Lodge. We're all having a great time, by the way.
Let me make sure I understand correctly. You deliberately made a false reservation for 130 people with the intention of canceling at the last minute. Am I correct?
Ding, ding, ding! Give the lady a prize. You always were slow on the uptake.
Do you understand what this means for our business? We've prepared food and accommodations for 130 people, all of which will go to waste.
Oh, I understand perfectly. That's exactly why I did it. The food costs alone must be astronomical, not to mention the revenue loss. Bet you're regretting leaving your cushy office job now.
Why would you do something like this? What could possibly justify deliberately trying to harm our business?
You really need to ask that kind of question after you abandoned ship, left the whole department in chaos, all because Daddy handed you an inn on a silver platter?
I followed all proper procedures when resigning. I trained my replacement. I completed all my projects. How is that abandoning ship?
Don't act so innocent now. You know how much your departure disrupted things. The new hire is useless. They can't handle half of what you did, though that's not saying much.
So this is revenge for leaving my position after giving proper notice?
The food must be getting cold by now. All those ingredients are going to waste. How many thousands of dollars is that? Hope Daddy left you enough savings to cover the losses.
This is completely unprofessional and potentially illegal.
Illegal? Please! I just changed my mind about a reservation. Nothing illegal about that. Not my fault if you can't handle a simple cancellation.
A simple cancellation of 130 people? Minutes before check-in? After we've prepared everything?
If your business is so fragile it can't handle one cancellation, maybe you're not cut out for management after all, just like you weren't cut out for corporate work.
Mr. Thompson, I need to be clear about something. This isn't just a cancellation. You've admitted to deliberately making a false reservation with the intention of causing financial harm.
Prove it! Show me the proof! Show me where I said that! All I see is a business decision to cancel a reservation. Not my problem if you can't adapt.
I have this entire conversation documented, including your admission about the real company retreat and your stated intention to cause harm.
Oh, we're getting brave, are we? Big talk from someone who couldn't even handle basic spreadsheets. Remember how many times I had to correct your work? How many overtime hours you needed just to keep up?
That's not relevant to the current situation. We're discussing your deliberate attempt to damage our business.
Oh, but it is relevant. Shows a pattern, doesn't it? Incompetence in the office, and now incompetence in running an inn. You can't even handle a simple schedule change.
This isn't a simple schedule change. This is deliberate sabotage, and I won't let you destroy what we've built here.
Built? You mean what Daddy handed you? Must be nice having everything served on a silver platter while the rest of us actually work for our positions.
You know nothing about running an inn, the hours we put in, the work we do, the staff who depend on us.
Speaking of staff, how many people will you have to lay off after this? Can't keep a full staff with no customers. Their livelihoods are on you. Should have stayed in your lane.
I won't forgive you for trying to destroy my inn like this.
Forgive me? That's so cute for you to say. You think I care about your forgiveness?
Our staff worked through the night preparing for this group. They put their hearts into making everything perfect, and you're treating it like a game.
A game? No, this is just business. Survival of the fittest, and you're clearly not fit to survive.
You call this business? Deliberately sabotaging a small inn, using company resources for personal revenge.
Don't try to play hardball with me. You're out of your league. You always have been, always will be.
Mr. Thompson, I'm documenting everything. Every message, every admission, every threat.
Document away, I couldn't care less. Won't change the fact that you're about to lose everything. Wonder what Daddy would think, seeing his precious inn run into the ground by his incompetent daughter.
You can attack me all you want, but I won't let you destroy what we've built here. I won't let you hurt our staff. I won't let you tarnish my father's legacy.
Such big words! Let's see how tough you are when reality hits, when the bills come due, when the staff starts quitting, when the reviews tank!
Is this really worth it? Destroying people's livelihoods? Just because I chose a different path?
Different path? You mean the easy path? Running away when things got tough, hiding behind Daddy's business? Some of us actually earn our positions.
I earned everything I have here, every day, with every guest, with every staff member.
Save the inspirational speech won't change what's coming. Tick-tock, time's running out. You better start counting your losses. Hi, Megan, is everything all right? I passed by the kitchen and everyone seemed on edge. I left the cleaning report at the front desk since you looked busy.
George, I'm so sorry about that. We actually have a situation here, a major one.
Is this about the big group today? The corporate retreat? Kitchen staff mentioned something about preparations.
Yes, they just canceled at the last minute. All 130 people, just now.
The entire group canceled? That doesn't sound right. What happened?
It's complicated. My former boss, he made the reservation just to cancel it, to try to hurt the inn.
Your former boss did that? The one who gave you trouble before? The reason you were working those late hours?
Yes, him. He's angry I left the company. He is saying I abandoned them. Now he's trying to make us pay for it.
Does he understand what this means? For the inn, for our staff!
He knows exactly what it means. That's why he did it. All the food prep is done. Everything's ready for 130 people in less than 2 hours.
Have you contacted any other groups? Other companies maybe? Local businesses?
On such short notice, it's impossible. Even if we slash the prices, who can bring 130 people with no warning?
Hold that thought. Quick question. Would it help if we could get 130 people here today within the next 2 hours?
Well, yes, of course it would. But George, that's impossible. We can't find that many people, not this quickly anyway.
Nothing's impossible. Let me make some calls. Just keep everything ready. Don't change a thing.
George, I appreciate the thought, but we need to be realistic. The losses will be huge. Maybe we should start calculating.
Trust me on this. Give me 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. Can you do that?
I don't see how, but yes, we can wait 30 minutes. The food's prepped anyway.
Great, that's all I need. Keep the kitchen staff ready. Tell them to stay on schedule. Everything as planned.
George, what are you thinking? What are you planning to do?
Let's just say I know some people who know some people who might appreciate a good meal. Are you having fun yet? It must be quiet there. No guests, no noise, just silence and wasted food.
Sorry, I'll have to get back to you later. We've got 130 guests arriving. I need to prepare for check-in.
Nice try, but we both know that's a lie. No one books 130 rooms at the last minute. Stop pretending.
Believe what you want. I have a business to run and actual customers to serve.
Actual customers? You expect me to believe that? Stop lying. It's pathetic.
Whether you believe it or not, I have work to do, unlike some people who spend their time harassing small businesses.
Watch your tone. You're still talking to your former superior. Show some respect.
Respect is earned, not demanded. Now, if you'll excuse me, our guests are arriving.
This is ridiculous! You can't possibly have guests! Stop this charade! Answer me!
The buses just pulled up. I really need to handle check-in. Oh, and by the way, the cancellation fee will be processed as per our policy. Have a nice day, Mr. Thompson.
What buses? What guests? This isn't possible! You're bluffing! Hello? Answer me! You can't ignore me! Everything's set. First bus arriving in 10 minutes. 2 more right behind it, just like we planned.
George, I don't know what to say. How did you manage this? Who are all these people?
Friends, family, former colleagues, people who appreciate good food and good company.
But the cost, even with the discounted rate, this must be expensive.
Don't worry about that. Just focus on giving them the same great service, like you always do. They're real guests now. Treat them that way.
Of course. Thank you, George. Thank you so much.
Save the thanks for later. Right now you've got guests to greet and an inn to run. That's what matters. Show them what this place can do.
Due to the same-day cancellation, you will be charged the full amount for 130 guests. This includes accommodation and banquet fees as per our policy.
Excuse me? You're trying to charge me after I didn't even use your services? That's theft!
Our cancellation policy is clearly stated. You agreed to it during booking, both online and over the phone. Same-day cancellations incur full charges.
This is ridiculous. I'm not paying a cent. You can't force me to pay for services I didn't use. What kind of scam are you running?
This isn't a scam. It's standard industry practice. The policy protects businesses from exactly this type of situation. Last-minute cancellations that leave us with prepared food and blocked rooms.
You're getting pretty bold for someone with such a checkered work history. Have you forgotten about your past mistakes, the ones I covered up for you?
What exactly are you referring to?
Playing dumb again? Fine, let me refresh your memory. Remember the Anderson Corp incident? That massive invoice error you made? The one that could have cost us our biggest client?
That was 3 years ago, and it was resolved.
Resolved because I fixed it, covered up your incompetence, protected you from the consequences. But maybe it's time that came to light.
Are you threatening me over a legitimate cancellation fee? Seriously?
I'm not threatening, I'm just reminding you of reality. 1 call to Anderson Corp, 1 email about that invoice. How much would that cost your old company? How much would they sue you for?
This is blackmail. You're actually trying to blackmail me over your own malicious actions.
Blackmail is such an ugly word. I'm offering you a choice. Drop this ridiculous fee or face the consequences of your past mistakes. Simple business decision.
Simple business decision? You deliberately made a false reservation. Admitted to doing it to cause harm, and now you're trying to blackmail me? How is any of this simple business?
You're still so naive. This is how the real world works. The strong survive, the weak go bankrupt. Your choice which you want to be.
Do you really think you can get away with this? That no one will notice? That there won't be consequences?
Consequences for who? The failed innkeeper or the successful corporate manager? Who do you think they'll believe?
Actually, about that, I already reported everything to your company when you refused to pay the cancellation fee.
You what? You contacted my company without my permission?
Why would I need your permission to report a fraudulent reservation made in the company's name? They seemed very interested.
You had no right! This was between us, a private matter!
A private matter? You used company resources, made reservations in the company's name. How is that private?
They won't believe you! I'll tell them about Anderson Corp, about your mistake. They'll see who you really are.
I already told them about what you did. Everything. The Anderson Corp incident. The invoice error. How it was resolved. They weren't concerned.
What? That's impossible. They would never. You're just lying.
The incident was years ago. It was resolved immediately. No damage was done, and Anderson Corp is still their client. They were more interested in your recent actions.
This isn't happening! You can't do this to me! I'm your superior! You owe me!
I don't owe you anything, except maybe gratitude, for showing me exactly who you are before I left the company.
You ungrateful little... After everything I did for you, teaching you, training you, this is how you repay me?
Teaching me? You mean harassing me, belittling me, making me work overtime, using my mistakes against me?
You needed the discipline! You were useless, incompetent! Everything you achieved was because of me!
No, Mr. Thompson, everything I achieved was despite you. And now I've achieved something else. Running an inn that won't be bullied by anyone.
This can't be happening! Administrative leave for a simple cancellation? This is outrageous!
You really think it was a simple cancellation? We both know it wasn't simple or legitimate.
Don't act so smug! This is just temporary! They can't run that project without me, they'll see!
The project you used as cover to make a fake reservation? I'm sure they're looking into that too.
You have no idea what you've done, the chaos you've caused! I'm managing crucial initiatives, critical projects!
Then maybe you shouldn't have. Used company resources for personal revenge. Just a thought.
Listen here, I did nothing wrong. This was a justified business decision to expose incompetence.
Expose incompetence by making a fake reservation? How does that work exactly?
You don't understand business. Real business, not this little in-game you're playing. Real corporate strategy.
Corporate strategy? Is that what you call harassment now? Interesting rebrand.
Don't you dare lecture me about corporate conduct. You're just a failed employee who ran away to play innkeeper.
Failed employee? I completed every project, met every deadline, despite your interference.
You really believe that? That you succeeded? Everything you did was because of me! My guidance, my protection!
Your protection? You mean your threats? Your constant criticism? Your impossible demands?
Impossible demands? I held you to proper standards, corporate standards, not this small-town inn nonsense.
You really don't see it, do you? How your behavior affects others. How it impacts people's lives.
Impact? I create impact! Real business impact, not serving breakfast to tourists!
You're right about one thing. You do create impact, just not the kind you think.
What's that supposed to mean?
How many other employees have you guided like me? How many others have you protected?
Watch your tone! You're still talking to management, your superior!
No, Mr. Thompson, you're not my superior. Not anymore, anyway. You're just a customer who refused to pay.
This treatment is unfair. They can't do this to me. Don't they understand who I am? What I contribute?
Maybe they're starting to. Maybe that's exactly why this is happening.
You think you're so clever with your little your little revenge, but I'm still here, still in my position, still your superior.
Are you still in your position? Because administrative leave suggests otherwise.
This is temporary, a formality. They need me. Unlike a replaceable employee like you, I'm valuable, essential.
If you say so, I have a business to run, real guests to serve, unlike some people on administrative leave.
You'll regret this. When I return, when I'm back in charge, you'll see what real power is.
No, Mr. Thompson, I don't think I will, because unlike you, I've moved on to better things with better people. George, I can't thank you enough for today, for everything you did, for saving the inn.
Now, what kind of talk is that? I was just doing what needed to be done, nothing special.
Nothing special? You brought 130 people here. On zero notice. That's definitely special.
I just called in some favors, and I just made a few arrangements. People were happy to help. Good food, good company, win-win for everyone.
But the cost, it must have been substantial, even with the discounted rate. Please let me reimburse you.
Don't worry about money. Old carpenter like me, been saving for years. No family to spend it on. This was worth every penny.
Still, I feel terrible. You shouldn't have to. Fix my problems. Clean up my messes.
Your problems? Your messes? This wasn't your doing. This was someone else's malice.
But if I had handled things differently, maybe if I'd given more notice or trained my replacement better.
Stop that right now. You did everything right. Gave proper notice, trained your replacement, followed all procedures. This is on him, not you.
He got administrative leave, that's all. After everything he did. Seems too light.
Administrative leave? For now. But things have a way of working themselves out.
What do you mean? Do you know something about what's happening?
Let's just say I've been around a while. I know how things work. People talk, word spreads.
I'm worried, George. He's still angry. He is still threatening me. What if he tries to do something else?
Let him try. He'll find out. This inn isn't as defenseless as he thinks.
But with his position, his influence, his connections.
Position? Influence? You'd be surprised how quickly those can change when truth comes out.
The truth? About what?
About everything. The harassment, the abuse of power, the malicious actions. Truth has a way of finding daylight.
You seem very sure about what's coming, like you know something. I don't.
Just experience. I've seen it before. People like him think they're untouchable until they're not.
I just want it over. Want to focus on the inn, on our guests, on doing things right.
And you will! Trust me on this. Focus on your work. Let karma handle the rest.
Karma? Since when do you believe in karma?
Since I learned, sometimes karma needs a little push in the right direction.
George, what did you do?
Me? I'm just an old carpenter, former carpenter, now just a humble custodian. What could I do?
A humble custodian who somehow found 130 people on 2 hours' notice.
Like I said, been around a while, know some people who know some people, that's all.
I don't deserve this. All this help, all this support.
Now that's where you're wrong. You deserve every bit and more. You're family, and family protects family. Good evening, this is Richard Thompson from Morrison Corp. Are you George Wilson? That's right, I'm Wilson, and you are? I didn't catch the name. Richard Thompson! We need to discuss something. The situation with our subcontractors. They're refusing to work with us, saying it's on your orders. Ah, yes, I did give those orders, quite right. You can't do this! You have no authority! This is interference with legitimate business! Legitimate business? Is that what you call it? Interesting perspective from someone who makes fake reservations to hurt small businesses. What do you know about that? Who told you? Who told me? I was there! Work at that inn, the one you tried to destroy, remember? You work there? As what? Some kind of spy? Spy? No, nothing so dramatic. Just the custodian, the one who found 130 guests on short notice. Remember them? That was you? You brought those people? It must have cost a fortune. Why would you? Why? Because it was right. Because that inn matters to a lot of people, including me. This is ridiculous. You're just a custodian. You can't interfere with corporate relations. Just a custodian. Maybe. But before that, I was a carpenter for 40 years. I built a lot of connections and trained a lot of people who now run companies. Interested how that works? Are you threatening me over some stupid inn? Do you know who I am? I know exactly who you are. A bully who abuses power, who hurts people for sport. This is absurd! I demand you reverse this! Get the contractors back or face consequences! Consequences? Like the ones you threatened Megan with? Like the blackmail? The harassment? She told you? About our private matters? That's unprofessional. She'll regret that. More threats! You never learn, do ya? Always the same pattern. Threaten, intimidate, abuse. I've done nothing wrong. Everything was justified for business reasons. Business reasons? Is that what you tell yourself? To sleep at night after hurting people? I'm being fired? Over this? They can't do that! I'm essential, critical to operations! Essential? No one's essential who abuses power, who hurts others for personal vendetta. This will ruin me, my career, my reputation, everything I've built! Everything you've built on fear, on intimidation, on hurting others? Good riddance. Please, I'll pay the fee. I'll apologize. Just call off the contractors. Give me another chance. Another chance to hurt more people? To abuse more staff? No, your time is done. The harassment complaints, they're all coming out now. Years of them. This isn't fair. Not fair? Like what you did to Megan and others for years? This is justice!
George, Mr. Thompson paid the full cancellation fee, plus damages, and I heard about his termination.
Did you now? Interesting news. Things have a way of working out.
But why? Why such severe punishment for one cancellation?
One action opens many doors, shows true character, reveals hidden patterns of behavior.
I suppose you're right. At least it's over now. We can focus on the inn, on our real work.
About that, could I take tomorrow off? I want to visit your father's grave, share some good news.
Dad's grave, but it's not the anniversary.
Some news, can't wait. Need to tell him about his daughter, how strong she's become, how well she's doing, how proud he'd be.
After his termination, Mr. Thompson had to sell all his assets to pay the cancellation fee and damages, while he barely managed to clear his debts. He couldn't find new employment, and the harassment complaints led to settlement costs and legal fees that left him in poverty. Meanwhile, I continue to be busy managing the inn. However, all our staff are kind and supportive, and we work together as one to protect the inn. I'm truly grateful to everyone, and though I still have much to learn, I hope one day I can properly repay their kindness.
now? I was dating him first, so Adam belongs to me. You can't have him. I hear that you're going around telling people that you and Adam are getting married. But I know that's not true. He would never marry you. Would you stop embarrassing yourself and give him back to me? You'll regret it if you don't do as I say. No, I'll make you regret it. Give him back while I'm still ready to forgive you for taking him away from me. Excuse me, are you Adam's ex-girlfriend? I don't know what your problem is, but I don't plan on doing anything you just said. Adam and I are engaged. There's nothing you can do about that. Don't call me his ex. I'm his girlfriend. I still am and always will be. Some random woman like you can't change that. I don't know what got into him to make him want to marry someone like you, but I know that that's all your fault. You must have tricked him. Would you stop getting in the way and leave us alone? You're really causing a lot of trouble. You should be ashamed of yourself. Besides, do you really think anyone would want to marry an old woman like you? Oh, please. You're making me cringe just thinking about you in a wedding dress at your age. Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. I understand that you're upset, but that doesn't mean you can be childish. Adam chose me. Accept that. I didn't do anything to trick him. And if anything, you should be embarrassed of yourself making a fuss when Adam's already made his decision. There's no point in getting hysteric just because you're not the one that he's going to be marrying. Sorry for being an old woman, but Adam chose me despite our age gap, so tough. Anyway, why do you care how old I am? I'm still in my 20s. How can I lose to an old woman like you? I'm younger and prettier. Of course I'm the better choice. Way better than some 30-something-year-old woman like you. Why would Adam choose you over me? I don't understand it at all. Why are you asking me? Why don't you hear the reason from Adam himself? Maybe hearing it from him directly will make giving him up easier. Why do you even know my number? I don't think we have any friends in common. And Adam knows that I don't like people sharing my number without my consent. How could you have found out how to contact me? Anyway, I'm going to block you, so stop bothering me. I wish you all the best in your new life without Adam. You really should learn when to give up. You can't obsess over him forever, you know. It's already been a couple years since I started dating him. But if you still haven't been able to get over him, you're just going to suffer more. It's not good for you. It's already decided that Adam and I are going to get married, so you've just got to accept that. I'm not lying and I haven't tricked him. We're just in love. I took your phone number from Adam's contact list on his phone. Okay, I really think that you need help. You're not going to like it, but that's called being a stalker. Hang on, how did you even get his phone in the first place? Adam and I started dating after the both of you broke up. How could you have gotten my phone number? Unless you've seen him recently. You can't marry him. Adam is mine. You don't have the right to be with him because he was with me first. I'm going to take him back from you no matter what it takes. I suggest that you give him up first if you don't want to get hurt. He's going to choose me anyway when he realizes what a mistake he's made. What are you talking about? He doesn't belong to you. He doesn't belong to anyone. He's not a thing. And he's chosen me, so you should accept that. But I have something I want to ask you. You better break up with him. I'm not going to forgive you if you marry him. He's mine and only mine. Your name was Rebecca, right? Are you listening to me? When did you last see Adam?
Martha, sorry. I know you're gonna hate me for doing this again, but I was suddenly asked to attend a business meeting with a client at work, so I can't see you tonight. I really wanted to go and see that movie with you, but it looks like we're gonna have to go another day. I'm really sorry. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Alright, I guess we can go next week instead, Adam. Before you go, I have something I want to ask you. Do you have a few minutes?
What is it? Is something wrong?
Your ex-girlfriend. Her name was Rebecca, right?
Yeah, it is. Why? What's up? Why are you suddenly asking about my ex?
She messaged me yesterday. I tried to ignore her, but she was being really persistent. But I was wondering how she got my number in the first place. Did you tell her?
What? Rebecca messaged you? Seriously? What did she say?
She told me that she took my number from your phone. But she could have only done that if you've met up with her since we started dating. Have you? I thought you said you didn't want to see her anymore.
Of course I haven't met her. You can't believe everything she says. Don't you trust me? She's just trying to make you suspicious of me so that she can try and break us up. Don't you remember me telling you how obsessive she was? She was really dependent on me for everything and was jealous all the time. That's why I left her, because I couldn't handle how clingy she got. And that's why you can't let her go to you. She still has a thing for me. But that doesn't mean anything to me, trust me. You can't just let her ruin our relationship when the wedding is just a few weeks away. Just block her and ignore her if she tries to message you again, and act as though nothing happened. She'll get tired of it sooner or later. Please, she's just my ex. She can't ruin what we have right now.
Of course, I can't just ignore her. How can I do that when I feel like you're not telling me the truth? If you say that you haven't met her, then how does she have my phone number? She couldn't have got it from anyone else. You're the only person we have in common.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I might have actually told her your number in the past. I'm sorry. But I only told her because she was saying stuff like, I won't forgive you if you don't tell me and you'll regret it. She was saying all sorts of weird stuff. I mean, she always does. So I thought that she might try and bother you if I didn't tell her. I really think that there is something wrong with her, so I felt it was best to just do what she wanted, and I told her your phone number. I mean, I thought it was better than her trying to get closer to you. She really does get jealous, so I don't know what she might do. But the worst case scenario I was imagining was that she might try and hurt you. And I really don't want that.
If that's why you told her, then why didn't you warn me? You should have given me a heads up that your jealous ex-girlfriend might try and get in touch with me, and maybe I had been able to block her beforehand or something. You know I don't like when people share my number without me knowing, so can you please just ask me the next time someone asks for my number? I've already blocked her, but she's already creeped me out. If she's that obsessive, then there's no telling what she might do next. It's still predictable if she buys a new phone just so she can get through. But what if she turns up at your house next?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have thought a little carefully. I just didn't want to set her off. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I know it's scary, but I'm serious. Don't let her get to you. She's just trying to break us up. I'll talk to her and I'll try and get her to stop, so don't worry about her anymore.
Yeah, please. I really don't want her to message me anymore. She really does her best to make me feel bad about myself, and I can tell she's laughing at me. Adam, you haven't cheated on me, have you?
What? Of course I haven't been doing anything like that. Why would you even think that? I swear I haven't even thought about anyone else except you.
I'm sorry, I had a bad feeling when I spoke with her. It was really like she knew something I didn't, and it felt like she was laughing at me for not realizing. You haven't lied to me about something, have you? There's nothing else you want to announce other than the fact that you told her my phone number?
Of course not! I would never lie to you, I promise! And why would I even lie to you? Do you really not trust me that much? And it's not like I lied to you about giving her your phone number, it just slipped my mind to tell you. Martha, please don't let her get to you. She really is just a crazy ex-girlfriend. Nothing she says actually means anything. She's just trying to make you doubt me so that we'll break up. I'm not exaggerating when I say she's crazy. I broke up with her because she was really obsessive and manipulative, and I couldn't take how possessive she was anymore. But we're getting married in a few weeks, remember? Think about this rationally. I chose you. You don't have to think about anything else.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, but I still feel like something's not right. It's really bothering me, so I can't help but think about it until I know what it is.
Come on, you gotta believe me. I haven't done anything. Why would I? We're gonna get married. I'm going to become your husband. What are you going to do if you can't trust the man that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with? We can't enjoy our married life if we don't have a relationship built on trust.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have doubted you so much. I'll try not to think about it. I'm probably overthinking things anyway. I'll just focus on the preparations for the wedding. Sorry I bothered you with something so stupid before your meeting. Don't worry about me and do your best. We can go watch that movie another time.
Oh yeah, I will. Don't worry, just trust me. I'm sorry about the movie too. I'll make it up to you. We're still going to have dinner tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Martha, what's wrong? Hurry up and come back to the hall so we can continue the service. Everyone is waiting for you. I know this is our big day, but we can't keep the guests waiting forever, you know?
What's wrong? Are you seriously asking me that? You saw what she did, didn't you? You were right there. You came after us when you saw that Rebecca asked me to have a chat and you saw everything. So why are you so calm? Why aren't you angry for me?
Martha, I don't get what the big deal is. Don't be so dramatic. Just come back to the hall so we can continue. Where are you? You didn't leave the venue, did you?
You must be joking. You think I'm being dramatic? Your ex-girlfriend slapped me in the face. I seriously thought that she just wanted to talk, but the second we moved to that corridor, she just turned around and hit me. Without any warning. So why are you acting as though nothing happened? Why didn't you even try and stop her? I can't believe you. All you said was sorry. She's just a bit jealous and walked on by. You're supposed to be the groom. Couldn't you at least ask her to leave? She wasn't even invited in the first place. Instead, you made it seem like it was a matter of course that I should overlook what she had done because she was just a little jealous. Why should I care if she's jealous? That doesn't give her any right to hit me. To be honest, I'm panicking because of how ridiculous this entire situation is. I'm not in any state to return to the hall.
Oh, come on, Martha. Don't be like that. Why are you making such a big fuss out of this? I said I'm sorry. It wasn't even me that hit you. She really was just a bit jealous, that's all. You should just loosen up a little.
How can you say that? I don't even understand how you can actually say ha 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 like it was just a joke or something. She actually hit me. It's assault. And come to think of it, you were smiling earlier too when you passed us by. You didn't even look that shocked that she hit me. You may not understand, but this situation is a lot more serious than you think. Yet here you are trying to make it seem like it's not that big of a deal at all. If anything, you seem pretty happy. Am I wrong?
Of course I'm not happy, but I don't think that it's such a big deal. And I was actually pretty surprised. I didn't know stuff like this actually happened outside the movies. I guess this is what people call a catfight, huh? And I didn't know that Rebecca was that jealous. I really am sorry, seriously. I don't know what got into her, but I don't think she'll do it again, so don't worry.
You don't seem very sorry at all. You seem like you're really enjoying this. Did you know that she was coming? I mean, I definitely didn't invite her, so you must have been the one that told her the date and address. And now your ex-girlfriend's come and crashed our wedding. You're enjoying the fact that she's gotten jealous of the bride. Must be fun to imagine that there are two women fighting over you, but she crossed the line. If you were half the man I thought you were, then you should have stopped her. But you only laughed and made excuses for her. You must be kidding if you really think that this situation is for your entertainment.
Martha, I'm not thinking that at all. But seriously, I just think that you're making a big deal out of nothing. I was just laughing because I was surprised, I swear.
I'm the one that was surprised. I was surprised that someone would even hit me. And I'm shocked that you were a complete bystander. You're acting like it was none of your business. You're supposed to be my husband. Don't you feel anything if your loved one is treated like that? I'd understand wanting to leave us to it if we were just arguing, but she resorted to violence and you didn't lift a finger. You liked that she was jealous enough to hit me.
Why are you so angry? Like I told you, it's not like I was the one that hit you. And today's supposed to be a special day for us. It's the biggest day of our lives. Don't ruin it by getting pissed off just because Rebecca got a little jealous. You may be older than her, but you've still got a long way to go before you grow up, Martha.
Excuse me? I'm the one that needs to grow up? You're saying that to the woman who got slapped in the face. To your wife. And what are you still laughing about? This isn't funny.
Calm down, Martha. You don't have to be that angry. You're being really dramatic over a slap. I just don't want you to make a bigger deal out of things than what's necessary. And you're going over the top. We're supposed to be celebrating, so by getting into a really angry mood, you're just being all childish and ruining everyone else's happy mood. Can you just hurry up and sort out your attitude because everyone is waiting?
How about you tell that to your ex-girlfriend? And by the way, it wasn't just a slap. She slapped me twice. Why am I suddenly the bad person? I hate to make our guests wait, but I think they'd give me a break if they knew what happened.
Do you really think that there's a point in telling her? She's still in love with me. She can't help but be jealous. She must have come to the venue knowing that she would have to have a showdown with you. You gotta hand it to her, she has guts. But too bad for her. I'm already yours. Anyway, she just got a little bit jealous and slapped you, that's all. Let's just forget about it and get on with the ceremony. Come on, stop pouting and come back to the hall. Or just tell me where you are. I'll go and collect you.
Don't worry about that. I've already called my lawyer.
What? Why would you do that?
No way, you're actually asking me why? Because of you and your ex-girlfriend, that's why. I've had enough.
What are you talking about? Why would you have to call a lawyer? Let's calm down and talk about this first.
Don't make me laugh. It's already past the point where we can just talk this through. You don't care about how I feel about the situation. You're enjoying this. I want my lawyer to help us deal with this. We can make plans to meet all together someday. Right now, though, I'm going to meet with her and explain the situation. You can stay in the hall if you'd like, but either way, the wedding is canceled. I'm not coming back.
What? What are you talking about? You can't just decide that without me. I'm really going to get angry if you keep on making stupid threats like that. Martha, are you listening to me? Hurry up and come back to the hall so that we can continue the ceremony. We're all waiting for you. You're just gonna annoy our guests if you don't hurry up.
Shut up, Adam. I'm not going to marry you. Accept that.
What? Did you just tell me to shut up?
So what if I did? You need to listen to what I'm saying. It seems like you don't understand how serious the situation is. So I'm going to explain it to you. Even before today, your ex-girlfriend was threatening me, sending me messages incessantly, and was already doing things that could be considered stalking. And today she's finally crossed the line and assaulted me. Do you understand what that means?
Well, if you have to say it like that, then yeah, it sounds bad. But you really don't have to be that harsh. She really is in love with me, that's all. But she couldn't help it. You're just exaggerating.
Yeah, it sounds bad because it's a crime. And yet you think that I'm exaggerating. I'm talking with my lawyer right now and I'm going to show her this conversation, so maybe you should take care with what you say.
Yeah, you're exaggerating. You've called a lawyer. How dramatic can you get? Martha, why don't you just come back to the venue and let's talk about this? You don't need to bring your lawyer. We can talk about this without her. There's no need to go that far.
I don't know about you, but personally, I want a lawyer. This is assault, and now she's actually gone and hit me. Her threats are much more worrying. I don't want to just leave this problem undealt with and suffer something much worse down the line. I want to talk to someone who won't pass my worries off as me being dramatic.
Yeah, alright, I get why you want a lawyer, but are you serious about the wedding? You're going to cancel it?
Have you finally realized how serious the situation is? I hope you have, because that's how serious I am about canceling the wedding. I regret that we ended up wasting our guests' time, but it's over. From now on, I want my lawyer to be our middleman, so if you want to contact me, you'll have to do it through her. We'll have to talk about this face-to-face sometimes, so I'd like you to bring your ex-girlfriend when we do. Of course, I plan on reporting this incident to the police, so you'll have to be prepared to be questioned, and don't think about lying to defend your ex. I've already asked my parents to check with the venue regarding their CCTV, and apparently they'd be happy to give us a copy.
What? Are you really going to cancel the wedding? I can't believe it! Your parents are starting to make an announcement, and you want to do this? I can still stop them. Wait, they're telling everyone what's happening. Martha, think about this. Are you sure you want to cancel this wedding? You can't undo this.
Of course I'm sure. Is there a problem? Because I can't think of a good enough reason to continue it. I'm going to cancel the wedding and I don't plan on rescheduling.
What are you talking about? You don't plan on rescheduling? Does that mean that you don't want to be married? Martha, are you out of your mind? Just because my ex-girlfriend did something stupid doesn't mean that you have to go this far. Why do I have to get punished by something she did on her own? Are you actually going to pretend that our marriage never happened? I don't get why you have to do that. You're going way too far. Martha, calm down and think about this. This isn't a dream and you can't undo this when you realize that you made a mistake. This is reality.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. You're the one that needs to calm down and look at what's going on a little more rationally. Of course I'd want to cancel our wedding if I'd been treated like this. I'm just glad that you didn't insist that we go to file our marriage certificate at the registers before we had the ceremony. Saves me the trouble of having to go through a divorce.
What? You haven't even gone through the registry office? I thought that you'd already given it a day before yesterday when we signed it.
No, I haven't. I never said that I would file it on the day either. I just kept it with me. I told you I had a bad feeling when I spoke to your ex-girlfriend, remember? You told me to forget about it, but I already decided that I wouldn't file it until I found out why.
What bad feeling? I don't remember you saying anything like that. You're just imagining things, so forget about it.
And I'm telling you, I did. The way you tried to steer me away from thinking about it then was suspicious too. Well, it turns out it wasn't just my imagination. I was right to doubt you. I thought I could forgive you for what you'd been doing, but being slapped by your ex-girlfriend actually helped to wake me up. Plus, you couldn't even stop smirking when it happened. You didn't try to stop her. You didn't try to defend me. You were too busy enjoying the drama of having two women fight over you. But it helped me realize that I was making a mistake to even marry you. I really don't know what I was thinking.
Why would you say that? I told you I'm sorry, okay? It's not even my fault. But I'm still being really sincere. The least that you could do is try and rethink canceling the wedding.
No, thank you. I'll stick with my decision and send you a bill for the wedding costs and compensation. Adam, you can think that I'm stupid. I already know that you've been cheating on me. This is completely your own fault. We're finished, and you're going to pay for it.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? You're going to ask for compensation and make me pay for the wedding alone? Even though you're the one that canceled it?
I canceled it because I can't marry a lying cheater like you. I'm going to demand the compensation I'm owed, and your affair led to the wedding being canceled, so you're going to cover the full costs. Don't even bother asking me if I'm sure. I'm not going to change my mind, and I'm not going to marry you. Why don't you enjoy the rest of your life with the woman you were cheating on me with? Oh wait, you were cheating on me with Rebecca, right? I'm sure you'll be very happy together since she can't accept you marrying anyone else, and you're happy to defend her actions. You'll be perfect for each other.
Wait a minute, so our relationship is actually over? You can't be serious! Please stop making weird threats, Martha. Why would I want to marry anyone else? I love you. I only love you. I don't want to break up. Please don't cancel the wedding. You don't have to go that far. The guests all have left, but we still have the ceremony. Ask your parents to get the priest to come back. Stop messing around, Martha. Let's get married and make each other happy. You're just overreacting.
You must be joking. I've already made up my mind. I'm not coming back to get married. Who would want to marry an asshole like you?
You're saying that I'm the asshole here? You're the one that suddenly decided to cancel the wedding without warning me.
Says the man that was cheating on me. You may have thought that you did a good job hiding your affair from me, but unfortunately you'll have to do a better job if you really don't want to get caught. Finding out about your affair was enough of a reason to want to cancel the wedding, but I thought I should give you a chance, and went on with it. For some stupid reason, I thought that once we were married, you would give it up and finally choose me. I thought that you'd stop playing around and treat me with more respect. When your ex-girlfriend hit me and you didn't do anything, I realized that you would never change. You're always going to be this self-interested, self-centered jerk. I can't imagine how things will go for you down the line if you continue to act like this. But why should I worry about you? It's none of my business anymore. I'm not marrying you, and that's final. We're over. All you can do from now on is talk about how we'll settle the compensation. I'd rather get it over and done with today, so let's talk. That's the only reason why I'm coming back to the venue.
Wait, Martha! This is all just your misunderstanding. I was never serious about Rebecca. It meant nothing. Please, Martha, tell everyone you made a mistake. My mom and friends are really angry. They're all sending me messages and they sound really pissed about me for the affair. Please, I'll tell you the truth. I'll explain why this all happened. Tell them you made a mistake.
I don't know where you're hiding, but you better come out soon. I want us to talk with my lawyer. I want to get the compensation and stuff sorted out as soon as possible so I don't ever have to talk to you ever again. No matter how much you explain, it won't change the fact that you were cheating on me and doesn't exempt you from taking responsibility for your behavior. It's all excuses anyway, right?
Rebecca's my ex-girlfriend, but that doesn't mean that I still have feelings for her. I would never choose her over you. She's in a lot of debt, so I never even thought about being in a long-term relationship with her, let alone marrying her, I swear. I didn't want her to get dependent on me, so I was trying to put more distance between us. but she was really persistent, so I couldn't help but go out with her when she asked me to. I was sleeping with her so that she wouldn't ask for any more. It wasn't anything serious. But then she started thinking that I was still in love with her and wouldn't let me end the affair when I asked her to. She just kept on asking when our next date would be, even though I tried to tell her that I couldn't see her anymore. I was planning on ending it before the wedding, but she wouldn't listen to me. I really had no choice. It's not my fault, Martha. You've gotta believe me. I tried.
Typical. That's the exact same excuse every other asshole on the face of the earth makes when they've had an affair. You try to make it out to be someone else's fault, but it's really all your own responsibility. The excuses you made are also pathetic. It's embarrassing. I'm shocked you have the nerve to say all that and think that I still want to be with you. It seems that you were hoping you could hide your affair and get married with me none the wiser. But now that I've dumped you, I guess your evil plans have exploded in your face. I almost pity you. I can't imagine how disappointed you must be to lose me. But I feel great knowing that I was able to avoid what could have become the worst mistake of my life.
Martha, please! I don't want to break up. I'll do anything to make it up to you, please. Some of our guests were colleagues from work, and some of them were my managers. If you do this, it'll affect my work life too. They all heard your parents' announcements, and they all told everyone at work too. It's gonna be really embarrassing for me to go back to work on Monday. Come on, you've got to tell them that it was a misunderstanding, or else it'll be really awkward when I see them all next. Please forgive me, and I'll take back the announcement if you come back to the menu. Let's call all the guests back and have the ceremony.
I don't think there's any point. Do you really think you'll have a job to go back to on Monday after this?
What? Why would I lose my job?
Didn't you know that the CEO of your company and I are related? Maybe I forgot to mention that.
No way, you're just messing with me, right?
Of course I'm being serious. Did you really think that the CEO of such a big company would take the time out of his busy work schedule just for a regular employee like you? I guess he must have thought that it was a matter of course for him to come all this way, considering how big your ego is, but that's not the case. He came because he found out from another relative that I was getting married. He even prepared a lovely wedding gift, but thanks to you, his sentiments were wasted on us.
Is that why he came? I didn't know, I swear!
You're the only one that didn't know. All of my relatives knew that you were working at his company and even mentioned it to him, you know? But now that I think about it, I think that might not have been a good idea, for your sake. Now he knows you work for him and that you ruined our wedding day with your affair. I think you'll be having a hard time at the office from now on.
What? Please don't leave me. Don't abandon me like this. If we don't get married, my entire life will be ruined. I'm sorry, please. I apologize properly this time. I'm seriously sorry. I won't meet her ever again, and I promise I'll make you happy.
It's too late to start apologizing sincerely now, and no apology will be enough to make me forgive you after everything you've done. Goodbye, you piece of crap. You'd better hurry up and come out from wherever you're hiding so we can talk about how much you owe me. In the end, the wedding ceremony that Martha and her entire family had been looking forward to became a discussion between Martha, her lawyer, and Adam. Some of Martha's angered family were also onlookers to the meeting, and for Adam there was no way to escape the living hell of insults and reprimands he got. On top of that, the colleagues that had been invited to the wedding all ended up spreading rumors about what Adam had done. So Adam returned to the office the next Monday to find that the atmosphere was icy cold. Nobody could believe how selfish he had been, and all the colleagues he had gotten on so well with up until now would no longer speak to him after hearing about his attitude towards his fiancée. For better or for worse, the CEO decided to have Adam demoted, and he was sent to work in a branch office in another part of the country. Adam had no choice but to accept the transferal if he wanted to keep his job, especially since he had only just been ordered by court to pay Martha compensation. He also had to reimburse her for the wedding fees, as well as pay the venue the cancel fee. By the time he moved states, he was already deep in debt. Thanks to everything that had happened, he was struggling mentally, but it was nothing in comparison to the way Martha had suffered when she found out about his affair. Adam finally realized how stupid he had been and what he had lost when it occurred to him that all he had left was a dependent and possessive lover that was drowning in just as much debt as he was. People say that we only know the true value of something once it's been lost. It seems Adam finally learned that lesson the hard way when he failed to appreciate Martha. His realization came far too late, but he's only got himself to blame.
Good afternoon, Kathleen. How are you doing? Have you finished off the work for today? Wrapped everything up?
Yeah, I have. I've been done for a little while now. Why? Did you need something from me, Sandra?
Oh, just checking up on you to see how you're doing. So, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking me. This is about Mom, right? That's why you're asking me?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You saw right through me. I was really worried about what's going on there after everything, you know.
Oh, thank you so much for your concern. It was definitely shocking for sure, with my mother's passing and whatnot, you know? But I've really bounced back now and I'm doing much better, so... We've already finished cleaning up around the house and everything. Everything's already been sorted and whatnot.
Yeah, so about that, you're gonna be okay with Charles taking over the house? That's not gonna be a problem, right?
Excuse me? Have you not spoken to my brother yet?
Well, actually, he's been going away on business trips for quite some time now. I don't have much time to really sit down and talk to him at all, but I mean, he's the older brother, so that should be the way things go, right?
I mean, that's true, but he's always away on business, just like you said. That's why he didn't really want to bother doing anything with the paperwork and whatnot, so I was going to do all of the paperwork for him to take over all of the inheritance. We already agreed that I would be handling all of that.
Excuse me? Handling all of that? What the hell are you talking about? Why is that already being pushed forward? I didn't even hear about this story at all.
Well, we were all at our mother's funeral. I spoke to my brother and discussed everything with him. You said that you had to be somewhere because you had something to do and to take care of. So you left midway through, which is probably why you didn't notice us talking.
Was that what happened? I don't really remember anymore. But I really don't think that you should just sell everything. That's literally the worst idea I've heard in a long time.
Pardon me?
It's literally a really valuable house that's built on great land. Why would you two just get rid of it all? And that brings up the question of, if you are going to get rid of it, who's going to be taking all of the money from the sales? I'm sure you're planning on taking it all and keeping it to yourself, right, Kathleen? That's not gonna fly at all, okay? The eldest son, Charles, is the one that deserves to take all of the money from the house.
I've already spoken to Charles about all of that, you know? Is it alright if you just listen to everything he has to say from now on? I've already settled everything with him and he's already aware and agreed. And just because I take the inheritance doesn't mean that it's all free. It still costs a lot of money in taxes. I literally can't live in that big house all by myself anyway. It's just going to be a waste of money, you know? It's just going to be way too much work paying for taxes every year all alone. That's why we both agreed to sell the house.
I'm never going to let that happen, you understand? I'm going to move from my house, and I'm going to start living in that house. Actually, that was the plan from the get-go anyway, so I don't know why he agreed to that. We're going to be terminating our lease this month anyway.
Wait, what? Hang on. Are you talking about the place that you're living in now?
Yeah, the place you've been before. We were actually coming up on a renewal soon. Next month was the last month of our contract, so...
Okay, and?
And it costs money to renew the contract, you understand? If I just live over there in that house, then I don't need to pay rent, right? It's literally free. That's why I've decided that we need to move out of this dinky little apartment and move into that nice house. So please, just don't go selling the house all on your own like that. You're seriously going to be causing me a headache.
I mean, I'm sorry for causing you a headache, but I really didn't hear anything from my brother about you all coming over here to live in this house.
I just told you a second ago. Literally just now. Is there a problem here, Kathleen? You're starting to annoy me. This shouldn't be an issue to begin with. That house is literally basically Charles's birthright. So I'm gonna be living in that house, you understand? Which means you need to pack your things and get out of that house.
Pardon me? What do you mean?
I mean, I need you to be out of the house by the end of the month. I'm going to be moving in, and I'm going to be bringing Carl with me too.
Have you already spoken to my brother about this? Or was this all decided on your own?
No, I haven't talked to Charles about any of this, but to be fair, he's going to agree with this decision anyway. I mean, come on, he's gotta like having a bigger house. It's better for the kids too. Have you thought about that at all?
Okay, I was planning on leaving anyway, but just because you live here and you don't have to pay for rent doesn't mean that it's going to be any cheaper than it is now. It's still going to cost a lot of money for electricity and whatnot because it's just an older house. That's why I'm staying at this house for now, but I'm going to sell it and get rid of it because it's too outdated to even renovate.
Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Just be honest with me for a second, Kathleen. You're just upset and jealous that Charles and I are gonna be taking your parents' house, right?
That's not what I'm saying at all. You're seriously going to be hard-pressed living here, Sandra. You really need to talk to my brother about everything because this is starting to get out of hand.
I've already reserved a day for the movers to take all our stuff to that house, so sorry to break it to you, but you're gonna have to leave by the end of the month. If you're that dead set on staying there, then can you be sure to watch Carl for me? If you're okay with watching Carl for me, I'll be okay with you just staying in my house.
I'm sorry to break it to you, Sandra, but the house is already my house. It's not even my parents' home anymore. And we've already found a real estate agent that's willing to put this house up for sale. It's already all been decided and there's no going back now. The fact that you're bringing this up right now, after all this time, kind of makes me think that maybe there's another reason other than you just wanting the house.
It's just a little too expensive for us to have to renew the lease because we don't have too much money. Besides, it's kind of a waste, isn't it? We can just live there for free. To add to all of that, if we didn't have to take care of your mom and all of her needs, I would have lived there way sooner. But now she's gone, so everything is solved.
Are you telling me that you were waiting around for my mom to pass away so you could hijack the house?
I wouldn't go that far, Kathleen, but you know, the house is empty now. Let's just keep it at the whole situation has worked out in everyone's favor, okay? Because I don't want to have to pay for any more rent than I need to.
Why are you struggling that hard on my brother's pay? Isn't he working really hard?
What do you mean?
I know that he goes away on business trips a lot for sure, but I know that he gets compensated for his trips accordingly. If you just live a regular life, you honestly shouldn't even have to worry about anything and be able to save money while you're at it. Why are you in such dire debt to where you can't even renew your lease? I don't understand how you could be struggling that desperately for money.
That, Kathleen, has nothing to do with you at all. You need to mind your own damned business, do you understand me?
You know, Sandra, normally I'd be inclined to agree with you. But this time, you're trying to move into my house without any kind of permission, and you're telling me to leave. So, I want to know what is draining so much money from your house to the point where you can't even renew your lease.
A lot of things cost a lot of money, Kathleen. Things you wouldn't even understand. We have a kid, you know. They can be really expensive. Whatever, if you live with Carl and I, you'll understand what it's like to live with a kid. Maybe then I wouldn't need to explain anything. I feel kind of bad now that you mention it, though, asking you to leave the house immediately. Maybe I can reconsider my whole idea of just kicking you out. If you want to stay with us while we're there, you can stay with us. I'm going to be taking the biggest room of the house, though, just so you know. And you'll have to be taking care of Carl for me, so good luck with that, okay?
I just called my brother and had him check up on everything, but, he said that he was checking his bank account from his phone, and apparently all of his checking accounts are bone dry. Care to explain what's going on, Sandra?
What? His phone? You can check your bank account using your phone without going to the bank?
Yeah, you can check through online banking apps nowadays. How did you not know this? He was just letting you handle all of his finances up until this point. He never really checked his accounts or anything because, you know, he trusted you with his money. But he said that you've been acting way too suspicious recently, so he wanted to check up on everything. What have you been using all of the money on exactly?
I haven't used any of the money, nothing special anyway. Whatever, we're gonna be moving into the home and that's that. You understand and agree to this and there will be no arguing, understand?
Okay, so that means that you will be buying the house and taking it off my hands. Am I correct in my interpretation of what you're suggesting?
Excuse me? What are you talking about, Kathleen? Why are you saying that I'll be buying the house? It's literally my house to begin with, so I can't buy it off of you. I'm not gonna be spending a single penny to buy anything off of you.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but I've already put in all of the paperwork to sell the house to someone. If you want the house that badly, Sandra, you'll have to do it the right way with all the paperwork going through the real estate agent. But to be honest with you, Sandra, I'm not sure about this. This house kind of seems a little too big for you to be living in all alone.
What are you talking about living alone? I'm gonna be living in that house with Charles and Carl. We're all gonna be there. You can actually live there for a short little while if you'd like, Kathleen.
Actually, my brother just told me he has no intention of ever living with you anymore.
What?
I'm telling you that he said that after he gets back from his business trip tomorrow, he's going to be talking to his lawyer about all of this. He apparently intends to be divorcing you, Sandra. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
What are you talking about, Kathleen? He would never keep such an important thing from me. There's absolutely no reason that he would be talking to me through you, especially not about something that important. He hasn't said anything to me about anything either.
I mean, maybe he really wasn't messaging you because he was busy messaging me, but the message that you sent my brother a little while ago, maybe you should recheck who you're sending that to.
What message?
The message you intended to send to your partner that you're having an affair with? You've made a mistake somehow and managed to send it to my brother instead. My brother just sent me this photo a second ago and showed me what he saw. I'm going to be over to your bar again, Kenny. You just hang out there for me. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to secure the house real soon, too. That's totally talking to someone you're having an affair with, right? There's no real wiggle room there.
I totally made a mistake. Please delete that photo. You really don't need to be sending me anything. You shouldn't be sending me crap like that anyway.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You've really screwed up this time, haven't you? Just so you know, my brother seemed to have his suspicions already. This kind of just nailed the coffin. He was already having you investigated by a private investigator.
Wait, is that true? You're totally lying, right? None of this is real.
So apparently with this whole moving thing, and the fact that you've used up so much money that you don't even have money to renew the apartment lease, I'm pretty sure he was fed up and decided to just get a divorce right away. This was the last straw.
This is all a misunderstanding, don't you get it? I'm literally not having any kind of affair. It's just a bar that I go to often because it's a nice little bar. He just happens to work at that bar, don't you understand?
Oh, come on. Let's be real. It's one of the bartenders that work there, right?
What? I mean, yeah, it is, but if anything, we're more like friends than anything. We get along like friends and nothing more than that. Sure, it was a little more than just as a regular customer, but...
So in other words, you had a bartender sweet talk you and woo you into going back to his bar regularly, right? You don't seem to want to admit that you're just another customer at this bar, but it sounds like you don't want to even admit that you're being fooled and used by this bartender.
I'm not being fooled. What are you talking about, Kathleen? Once we move into that house you're holding on to oh so dearly, we're going to be living together. Eventually, that's the story anyway.
Ah, so that was your real intention. Now it all seems to make sense. And to add to everything, you finally admitted all this.
Wait, hang on just a second, Kathleen.
You can't just delete it now. It's too late for that. I've already sent everything that you sent me to my brother.
What? What the hell? What is it with you siblings and sending everyone and each other screenshots?
Anyway, none of this is relevant to me, like you so kindly said earlier. If you want to buy this house and live in it, you're going to have to go through my real estate guy and his agency to buy it at full price. It's not my brother's at all. I own it outright. The whole house is in my name. And even if it were to belong to my brother somehow, I'm pretty sure he's dead set on getting a divorce, so I don't think it matters anymore anyway. Would you agree with me, Miss Sandra?
What are you talking about, divorce? Charles isn't answering his phone at all. What the hell is going on here?
I don't think he wants to talk to you right now, Sandra. He's probably pretty fed up with you. Anyway, Sandra, we're strangers now. We have nothing to do with each other at all. So if you don't mind, could you stop messaging me or calling me, please?
Please don't be like that, Kathleen. Come on, we're great friends. You could help me out and be the middleman between my husband and I. We were basically sisters, you and I. We were super close.
You leave Carl all alone at night and go out to a bar. Not only that, but you flirt and sleep with the bartender. I definitely don't want someone like that thinking that she's my sister, even if she is an in-law.
I never left him alone at night. I didn't do any of that.
You understand everything is pretty much already figured out, right? And that everything you've been doing can be considered child neglect and abuse? Of course, I'm going to do everything within my power to make sure that my brother will be having full custody of Carl. You just need to be ready to pay for any and all damages you may owe my brother and any child support he's going to be asking of you. I think it's in your best interest to do that right now, while you still have a place to stay.
I've already contacted the movers, though. I can't just take it back, right? Ugh, what should I do, Kathleen? I don't know what to do.
How about you just move away then? You're going to be getting a divorce anyway, right? I hope you don't struggle too much to find a new house that you can live all alone in. Alright, goodbye, Sandra. I won't miss you, you selfish ex-sister-in-law. Charles went to the lawyers as soon as he finished his business trip and made it back home. He started on the paperwork and discussions for moving the divorce forward. He was already gathering all of the necessary evidence for the divorce, apparently. Sandra was in a situation where there was no chance in the world that she would be able to talk her way out of this one. After he was easily able to prove that she was guilty of child abuse and neglect, she lost all chances of any parental rights over Carl. Not only that, but she was sued for damages. Charles moved into a brand new house with Carl. Sandra, on the other hand, was unable to move at all because she ran out of money. She went back to her parents' house, but she was eventually chased out of her parents' house as well. Right now, she's living at her part-time job Storms and trying to pay off all the damages she was ordered by the court to pay off.